everyone, this is Bridget and
this is Shay,
and we're here to tell you about braces versus Invisalign. So basically, if you're looking at getting your teeth straightened, there are several options, but we are going to be talking about braces and Invisalign because we've had those experiences.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll make it clearer for you which option is best for you. So initial reason for getting it, go.
Crooked teeth. That tooth really bothered me when I smiled, just really overcrowded, and I like to smile, but I wanted to smile with extra confidence.
Quick ups! You're good. Okay, I wanted to get it because I wanted to look professional in the industry that I want to go into and not look like a dickhead. Type, go.
Braces. Oh, they're ceramic, so they're less obvious. They're not like the metal ones where you see in kids.
Invisalign, basically a series of retainer-like trays that gradually change the shape of your teeth that you change every 2 weeks.
I got them October last year, 2012, and it's November now, and I was supposed to get them off in October, but there's been just a few mishaps, but I should be getting them off next month.
When did you get them? September last year, and I got them off in June of the following year, as in this year. Did they hurt?
First time on, they killed. Like, I went in the morning there was some leftover hot chips my family had the other night, and I went full down pelt, bite into it. Little did I realise I was going to have the pain almost close to childbirth. And I learned my lesson to not do anything the rest of the day, just yogurt and stuff.
Yeah. Do they hurt only if you don't wear them enough? You're supposed to wear them 22 hours of the day, and if you don't keep up with that, they can hurt when you get the new set of trays to try and catch up to where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, but the pain does get better each time you get them adjusted because your teeth aren't in shock. Like,
right. Yeah. I don't think the pain of Invisalign was as bad as braces, but that's only if you wear them religiously. How much did they cost?
Me, 5,200, around that mark. I went to one guy, he wanted 4 teeth pulled out near the front, and also that was going to cost me almost 7 grand. And so I called up a dentist to get those teeth pulled out, and the receptionist said, look, no, I was told the same thing, but the orthodontist that comes here, he recommends most cases don't need that. And so I went to him and he said, yep, you don't need your teeth pulled, and so that's why it cost me cheaper and shorter amount of time.
With Invisalign, I shopped around a little bit. The places I went to were both saying the same price, about $7,000, but in Australia you do get tax deducted on medical expenses, including orthodontistry, and so yeah, it ended up costing me $6,000. Cleaning.
Yeah, brushing's cool, but just flossing, it's annoying because you've got to thread it through and then go up and down. You've got to do that for every tooth, and because I've got such bad genetics, I need to keep up with that every day. So if you're lucky and have good teeth, maybe you won't need to, but I have to floss every day. And also, just it's annoying when you're eating, you know you have to go clean them because otherwise you might be talking and there might be just a piece of lettuce, or yeah, it's disgusting. So that part's annoying.
Yeah. Okay, so cleaning, the actual Invisalign can be cleaned using a toothbrush, but apparently there's all this stuff about it damages it and blah blah blah, so I ended up buying a year's supply of Retainer Bright, which can be bought on eBay for under $100, and cleaning my actual teeth was easy as, because you just take out the aligners, brush, floss, whatever, put it back in, you're good to go. What couldn't you eat?
When my teeth were still a bit crooked, if I ate nuts, then I would sometimes break off the bracket because of the misalignment. And yeah, but the orthodontist was fine with that. He'd just replace it, no extra cost. But you can eat whatever you want, really. Chewing gum, no, I don't advise it. You can, but I ended up just rolling it around my mouth when someone offered it, and I forgot that I had braces. I didn't want to look rude and say no, so yeah. Don't recommend chewing gum.
You do tend to forget that you've got something in your mouth. When I was in Vietnam, a lady was selling me street food, and I didn't want to be rude, and I knew I had my Invisalign in, didn't want to gross her out by taking them out in front of her and having all spit everywhere. So I just ate it anyway and just sort of walked away.
Yeah, breakages. So I've told you about how when I ate nuts that the brackets would chip off. But yeah, and also that would leave like a whole big wire dangling out, and it would just swipe across my gum when I'd eat, and it was horrible. So I had to get a pair of pliers and actually chop that off myself, because otherwise I'd just go.
It would have like caused a hole.
Yeah, and a
wire
hole
would have been like hitting other people, causing injury. Breakages. The only thing that can happen with Invisalign is cracks. You can get cracks if you're not wearing them regularly enough. So I recommend you just talk to your dentist as soon as you see a crack, and they'll hopefully fix you up. Did you feel embarrassed?
No, not at all. Just because people know what I'm doing. They know that they're braces and I'm getting my teeth straightened. And I'm 21, but that's still young. Yeah, there's some 50-year-olds that do it. I don't really understand why then, but
that's probably because a lot of 50-year-olds, sometimes 50-year-olds, in particular 50, yeah, sometimes when kids are getting their braces, the parents might do it too. So don't judge people.
Yeah, you don't know, they might have a kid.
You don't know, they might have fallen over their bicycle and knocked out their teeth, and they're just in there to keep them in place. You don't know. Embarrassment, yes. There were times when I was self-conscious, because at least with braces people know what it is. They're like, that's just braces. With Invisalign, they may not know. They might be like, why do you have heaps of plastic in your mouth? If it's noticeable. But for some people it wasn't noticeable. Like, some people still never found out that I had Invisalign, so you'll find out now.
Oh yeah, and embarrassment involve also like if you have food in your mouth, and well, you always think that you have food in your teeth once you eat, and you're not satisfied until you go see yourself in a mirror. So yeah, if you want to laugh comfortably, you have to either go clean your teeth or be like I don't need bands. Oh yes. If I ate curries or anything with turmeric, that spice or whatever it's called, that would go like a fluoro yellow, and I couldn't wait to get my next.
The wires.
The band.
The bands.
The things that go on the brackets to keep the wire there.
Attachments, yes. Most people who get Invisalign, there's certain teeth that need particular movement, and they put little, what they call attachments or buttons on the teeth, and they're like little tooth-coloured little dots, like little bumps, and they make the Invisalign fit over, and they move them and stuff. I ended up having 10 in the end after my going through the refinement stage, which I'll talk about later, and the most embarrassing part was when I had them on my 2 front teeth. That was when I think it was the most noticeable. And yeah, we're in Australia, so this happens. Wisdom teeth.
Yes, I had to get all my wisdom teeth out because they were just growing wrong place, and they were in the they weren't coming out properly, so these top had to
I'll just check
be pulled out through the dentist.
Yeah,
but the bottom 2 teeth were on a nerve, so they had to be surgically removed. So if you want to check that video out,
yeah, go to Shay's gets her wisdom teeth out or something like that. There's also a video Shay gets her braces, which talks about her pain and how she felt as soon as she got it on, or lack of pain because there wasn't much pain. Wisdom teeth, I haven't got mine out yet, but I feel like the Invisalign just slowed down that process, which was good because I was worried my wisdom teeth would come through and it would affect the Invisalign. I have to get them all remade, but it seemed to just hold them in position.
When I first got them on, it was 6 weeks before I had to go see him again, but sometimes it's been 4 weeks, sometimes it's every 2 weeks. It's whatever the orthodontist sees fit.
Yeah, same. Appointments, pretty much the same, like every 4 to 6 weeks. There was a time when I went overseas, so I had to just keep the trays in for an extra 2 weeks, so that sort of slowed down the process. But yeah, they work around you. They're flexible.
You talk to them.
Yeah, you build a healthy relationship with them. So I didn't have to have any teeth pulled, but I did. That was an option. I could have had that option, but I decided no, because I think that makes your mouth look a bit funny when you don't have all your teeth in. So instead, I can't remember what it's called. It's like filing in between your teeth to sort of make them move into the better position and look nicer, the right shape.
What if they file too much off?
That's something that we're all afraid of, is over-filing. But you just sort of got to really put your teeth in the fate of your dentist. the fate of your teeth in your dentist. Retainer. Okay, so at the end of my Invisalign experience, I got my retainers fitted. It's pretty much the exact same thing as the Invisalign, but you only have to wear it at night eventually, although you have to wear it during the day for like 2 months. I think you said 3 months, yeah, when you get it. But yeah, the same clear plastic.
Yeah, so when I get these off, I'll have to have a retainer for 3 months, and then it'll just be dropped up to just nighttime wear, and then twice a week maybe in the night.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's good. My dentist said every night. Every night. Actually, I think my orthodontist said differently. I think he said same, like a couple times a week. But my dentist was like, no, don't even risk that.
Yeah, I'll probably wear it every night anyway. I don't want them
just
to
a
move.
comfort. It turns out to be a comfort thing. It really does. And I also found it was good for when I was like wrestling people on the beach, which I found myself doing a number of times while I had the Invisalign, and it acted as like a guard, mouth guard, which was nice. Yeah, it's true.
For footy player.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna get the clear plastic retainer, do you know?
Yeah, it's clear plastic, so it'll be exactly like what you've got in at the moment.
Yes. I went on to the refinement stage because I wasn't wearing mine. I put it down to the fact that I wasn't wearing them regularly enough, like long enough throughout the day, just because, you know, when you're out and about, like I'm quite a social person and I wouldn't have time to quickly be like, oh, hold up everyone, we're just gonna go brush our teeth, like weird. So yeah, so there were times when so I think that's why I had to do the refinement stage, which is basically they sort of, I don't think they redid the impressions of my teeth, but they just sort of sent it back to Invisalign and said, look, they're not perfect yet, send us more. And that's when I got the attachments on my front teeth. So there was my punishment.
Also, you can kind of, in a way, customize how you want your teeth to
look.
So originally my orthodontist had made my teeth like flush at the top, and I didn't want that because it made it look short. And I actually asked him if he could actually bring down these front two, so now they're just a bit longer than the rest of them.
Yeah, I find
more natural.
It's a more natural look. Yeah, I had that option too. They said Invisalign can make it so they're all flush or so that they're different, and they just recommended it's more youthful and natural to have, yeah, the front teeth slightly longer.
Yeah, and you don't want them too short.
No, because I feel like sometimes it can make it just look even shorter than
kind of.
Yeah, yeah, like even shorter than the other teeth, which just looks funny. So yeah. We're like bullies. If you could do it over, would you do it the same? Would you still get braces, and would you still do braces, or would you try something else?
No, I'm quite happy with my choice to go with braces, and I would do it all over again. If I could, I would have got them younger, but I couldn't.
Yes. So if I could do it over, I would still, yeah, definitely get my teeth straightened. I just feel like it just looks way better. Like I look at old photos, I'm like, yuck, like how did I do that? How can I still smile with such confidence? Like I was like in old photos, it's like, yuck. We hope this video has really informed you a bit more and sort of made your decision a bit easier. It might have actually made it a bit harder because, you know, we had very different experiences.